Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play HOI4. Kaiserreich as the Kingdom of France. Let us continue on for last left off. The Commune of France is dead. I'm very happy with that. However, we now need to actually land on in the British Isles. And I don't know how easily we can actually get that done. Like, we're at 90% here. We've lost, a decent chunk of the Navy. I don't know if our convoys, when we're actually doing a naval invasion like this, and these units are trying to attack into Portsmouth, I don't think they can be intercepted by this 40 stack. So these convoys, I don't believe can get sunk. Okay, it says they're intercepted. Maybe I'm completely wrong by that. No, I mean, it doesn't say that they are. I mean, you have one tank division defending. Are you getting intercepted? I don't think so. I mean, our Navy is getting fucking blasted out here. Yeah, bring the 43 ships back. I don't care how many Frenchmen need to die. We're gonna land in Portsmouth, okay? Submarine detection. Carrier organization, light cruiser. Give me a little bonus here. Also, I have 200 army experience. What can I do with you? Smoke and fire, breakthrough, absolutely. Follow that up with Grant Medal. I forgot medals existed in HOI4. Anyone else? Anyone else forget that exists? Weekly manpower +5. Yeah, thank you. Ideological loyalty. Give me bold attack. For tactics, generals, officers. Did you know? Did anyone else forget that this is a thing in the game? I forgot. You were in Chicago? There you go. You can have the War Cross. They actually can get 2 medals as well. By the way, as those events are popping up, anyone wanting to revolt against us? No, actually, everybody's pretty happy with our control here. So I'm gonna accept that. Thank you. I'm going to firstly save because I'm a little bit worried. We're gonna try to send all these units over to Portsmouth. We've actually landed in the Isles. That is actually incredible. Immediately set off, please. And your job is, hey, push your way up north. How are these guys doing, by the way? I mean, we have allies in the area. Yeah, I mean, we kind of have allies in the area. Hey, send these to the British Isles. I think that'll be better for you. We have all these units over here in Liberia. Peru is losing ground here. I believe probably the Canadians or Americans are probably going to send some troops down to the Peruvian front. But for now, we should be fairly okay. Again, I'm assuming that some of these units will get intercepted. That's a sacrifice I'm completely willing to accept. Colombia's over here. Colombia, are you? Eh, you know what? Fuck it. Why not? If we added in Peru into our faction, let's just add Colombia in here as well. Just for the fun of it, you know? Are they in? Okay, you're not the leader of the International. There we go. Again, just for a little fun. Oh, our units actually basically got there completely unmolested. Oh, Britain. Of course, move straight into London. I'm going to send 2 units here. Got a unit in Dover, which is kind of fine. Again, there's some units over in this little tiny corner of Spain. But, like, do I care about that? I'm going to say basically no, I'm not. Also, you guys very aggressively begin to push into Britain. These 3 units, congratulations. You're going to be used for just containing this. Like, I'm not expecting you to do great things or really anything at all. Okay, London has fallen. You absolutely love to see it. Go to Plymouth, please. Ile-de-France and Brittany. Thank you. The Canadian loyalists have risen up. Once again, you love to see it. I don't know if the Canadians or even the Americans will really send any units over to the British Isles, and I'm kind of okay if they don't, to be completely honest with you. Like, I don't really even know if we need them. I will look at more planes, though. Planes would be nice. And if we can move our units here, we can then extend Brown Army like so. Yeah, now there's Canadian forces here as well. Some loyalist militia. Naval mission efficiency. Give me ground support, please. And now all of you should support Brown Army. Please and thank you. And kind of like just do whatever you can do, right? And you know, Red Army, you can also be very aggressive in your movement here. Because yeah, these guys are stuck. They really can't do too much. The British Isles are kind of like just undefended, man. I mean, at some point, the British should get the entirety of the French army. That's just kind of how like HOI4 capitulation mechanics work. But I mean, we're already in charge of half the country. So I'm not super concerned with that. Colombia, of course, will probably kill Venezuela and Ecuador, but that's kind of to be expected. Okay, we're gonna send this camel over to send the camel straight to Edinburgh. That's where it belongs. More activity. Gonna move you here. Move you up to Manchester, please and thank you. We're gonna take Wrexham. We got Hull over here. Okay, now that you are in Liverpool, and once again, you're gonna move away up to Edinburgh, go to Glasgow afterwards. You, congratulations, you're gonna go to Leeds. You afterwards are gonna go up to Newcastle. Because I can't imagine they really have too much left. The SRI is actually almost dead. Because again, all this territory down here doesn't actually matter. Liverpool is worth 30 victory points. It'll fall eventually. Hull, it's only worth 5, but you know what? 5 is still, I think just Liverpool collapsing would see as the victory here. The one thing I love about Britain in the HOI4, Vanilla, or in Kaiserreich, if you can land in Britain early, or when there's not a lot of troops on the island, like, it's just, I win. You just win immediately. And I'm happy with that. I like just immediately winning. And just like that, just like that, victory has fallen to us. So, how are we going to split this up? Well, Sardinia, I'm going to give you Piedmont. Kind of have like a... Actually, no, we're not going to give you this. I think that makes sense. I'm taking this for myself. I got to do it the other way. So, Portugal, we're going to give you Galicia. Okay? The Netherlands can have Brabant up here. Switzerland can take the Astoria Valley. 2 Sicilies. I think you basically get everything like this. United States, let's not worry about you quite yet. Ireland, Finland, Peru, Ukraine, Morocco. We'll submit those demands first. Excellent. Next up will be, let's go back to me. Actually, no, let's go Germany next. We're gonna give Germany some border provinces, just like a little strip of land here. I think that makes sense for them. They're also going to take Iceland. They also are going to take Norway. They can have Latvia. And I think other than that, like, what would make sense for Germany to even occupy? Honestly, I don't really know. Submit those demands. This should all go to Germans. Let's go back to me. I will take the rest of France. I will take... Spain is in here somewhere. Yeah. I mean, I won Spain for us. Okay? Submit those demands. Next up will be the Canadians. They can get back Australia. I think that makes perfect sense. They can have the Union of Britain. Wait, does Sardinia collapse? Oh, I didn't even know that. Okay, so we'll worry about Sardinia afterwards then. I think that seems good for you. So I guess to Sicily's then, you also get Sardinia, and you will also get the rest of the SRI. I didn't realize the Sardinians completely capitulated here. So submit those demands in. That seems completely reasonable to me. Aside from that, the United States, Monroe Doctrine, baby, it's back. They can have Paraguay. They basically get everything that's in Central and South America. I think that kind of makes sense. Submit all of that. Liberia will belong to us. I think it makes perfect sense. It's like it's bordering us. Submit those demands. Confirm an exit. Peace has been, you know, I was going to tell you. There we go. It's peace. Peace in our time. The Metropole reclaimed. The great fanfare and jubilation streets all across France have been filled up with parades and other celebrations, welcoming back the remnants of the Third Republic, exiled to Algiers since 1920. Mostly orchestrated by members of the OSARN and the faithful. Free to return to more openly practice their religious beliefs, many in the countryside have longed for this day for decades. The mood in larger city centers, however, is much more subdued, with a great number of socialists having known friends or family that fell to our troops. The occasional jeer or heckle can be heard amidst the activities. While no open conflicts broken out among the divided French nation during the victory parades, it is clear that there will be a difficult task ahead to rebuild France. Much of the country lies in ruin as the communist armies are retreated before our forces. Pockets of resistance and stay-behind units not too dissimilar to our own ASARN cells are surely gathering in the corners where light doesn't reach. If we are to avoid protracted resistance to our rule, we must be dutiful and swift in the rebuilding of France. Much of the sacrifice to reach this point. Getting involved in further foreign wars will not be seen so kindly by the populace, who yearn for some peace and stability after much warfare over the past few decades. French people must come together, indivisible and united as one. You love to see it, by the way. So we should have a brand new focus tree. We got some, yes, France indivisible. So we're going to go down this tree. Because I did say at the beginning of this series that we would do the post reunification events, which I haven't done before as of this point. Let's combine you two guys. We're going to send White Army to the border with Italy. So actually delete all your orders. I'm going to send you to the border with Italy. You guys are going to go to the border with Germany. Red Army for now, we're still going to... I'm going to station you. I actually completely lied about this. We're going to send you to Algeria. Red Army is going to be down in Italy. Australia has joined the Entente. What do I want to do with you? Because we have a lot more factories now. I guess we'll go support weapons. But actually, once we release Spain, we'll ease up mobility. We will ease up my conscription as well. You have a different symbol. Okay, the fate of Spain. Let's liberate Republican Spain, because I do love that beautiful purple there. The fate of Liberia. Yeah, well, let's create a little Liberia. I think that seems reasonable enough. We got the Spanish Republic, led by Johns. Got to release Galicia. Basically, I mean, all of Western Europe is very national populist right now. Like the entire thing. Germany invites us to discuss the fate of France. With the conclusion of peace with the communards, France has fallen into two spheres of influence. Without a prearranged agreement coming to fruition during the war, each side staked claim to as much land as they could. While some of our government hold out hope that the Germans will let us take control of the rest of the occupied zones, it is also painfully clear that they hold all the cards on the table. If you want to see France back under one banner, we do not have any room for counter negotiations. Let us do the Congress of Lyon. During the demands of the Congress, with a small presence extending over our metropolitan region in occupied France, Germany has put forward a modest agreement for us. The war has cost Germany many lives and a great deal of materials, many of which were destroyed at the hands of the French people. They are pushing for the destruction of forts along our shared border, a short-term economic reparation deal to help them recover the losses that they took, and an agreement to end hostilities for the near future while our nations rebuild. In exchange, we will turn over the rest of occupied France that they hold. You know what? I think that's a completely reasonable agreement. Congress of Lyon. They've returned to occupied territories. They don't have Alsace-Lorraine quite yet. What do you want to do? We got indestructible bonds. This will happen eventually later on. Let's rebuild legitimacy in the metropole. Get these guys ready. We're not going to probably... I don't know if we're ever going to actually invade Germany in this series, to be completely honest with you. We actually have 2 more factories. Let's throw you on just some more planes. Seems fine. Infantry equipment, let's upgrade what we have. Because we're at peace. Peace has been restored. The Entente, I'm going to say it's a pretty good looking faction right now. I mean, we're basically all of North and South America. Most of Western Europe. The tricolor. With the Communists are defeated and the king once again reigning over France, it is now time to ensure that a regime takes roots, ensuring stability and renewed greatness for generations to come. We are, of course, already working hard to conquer the hearts and minds of our people and help them see that all the hardships that have been falling the motherland for so long were the product of Republican mediocrity and interior enemies. But to truly reform France, we must grow national symbols fit to the reborn kingdom. Marianne, the denuded wetch, has already been done away with, and the fate of the Marseille is controversial. But another subject is debated among royalists, that of the flag. The idea of going back to the white and gold fleur-de-lis of the ancien regime has been abandoned by Action Française, though it remains the royal standard. And the blue, white, and red flag is now accepted even among the committed royalists. But if the colors are uncontroversial, the presence of the royal coat of arms on the flag is not. Adopted in exile, mainly out of practicality, many expect our current ensign to be replaced with a plain tricolor. Once and for all, co-opting a symbol for the monarchist cause. However, a minority argue that we should only contrary adopt permanently the royal tricolor that many Frenchmen have died for under that flag. What should the king decide? I mean, do we... You know what? Let's keep our flag. I think it's a neat looking flag. Okay, we have 2 research. Hello. Hello. Apparently my microphone got muted at some point. But this does still feel like an appropriate time to end this episode for today. So thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Not enjoyed, thumbs down. You want to subscribe, and goodbye.